gonna bring to the stage. Make him feel welcome, folks. Big round of applause for Todd Kleperis. Let him know, Todd Kleperis.
Thank you, you beautiful people, Sarasota. And the ugly people, too. I mean, we gotta open them, too. So, I lived in Asia for a very long time. I came back here a couple of years ago. My wife actually is Chinese. Don't get excited, she's amazing. When I came back to the United States, though, it was kind of interesting. We lived overseas. We traveled to Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Hong Kong. Never had any problems. We're actually in Mongolia, and they were like, she doesn't even look Mongolian. And they start talking to her Mongolian. We get back to the United States. The first guy she meets in the United States, no joke, is this huge guy at TSA. And he looks at her and he goes, "Ma'am, how do you have the same first name and last name?" And she goes, "Well, my name is Y-U-A-N, Y-U-A-N." And the guy goes, "Ma'am, that's not possible in the United States. You can't have the same first name." I don't know if the guy's screwing with her or not. Like, I'm like, what is this about, right? Finally, she looks at him. This is why I love my wife. She looks at him and goes, "Sir, my parents were lazy." So, I really enjoyed living in Asia, but I gotta tell you, coming back to the United States, guys, has been an absolute rude awakening for me. No joke. Coming back here after all that time, you'd think like I'd be going, China, United States, China, United States. My brain has paused 25 years ago. So it's a different United States for me to be back here now. So watch this, let me give you an example. In China, do they have a good medical system or a bad medical system? Bad, right? Bad. You can be seen in 10 minutes by a doctor that's seen 300 patients in the morning. By the time you get out, you'll have their test results, and you will be going on your way. The United States, 3 months to see a neurologist, 4 months right now. I can tell you a story right now, it's coming out of mine later, and you're not gonna like it, right? The difference is that China has this misconception in people's minds. I'll give you another example. I can't see by show of hands, there's a lot of hands. How many people are on more than 4 medications? How many? Can I say just show of hands, anybody? Okay. In China, guys that are 65, 70 years old, 75, 80 years old. How many medications? No. What's that called? A profit center, right? Now, what I look for, and I see the differences between there and here, I go, okay, well, what else is different? So I go to the medical system here, right? And I thought, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. But let me stop for a quick second. Can I hear from Team Todd for a quick 1 second? Because I got a message for you. Team Todd, guys? All right. So that's my team. There's a reason they're here. We're getting a message to them. No, I'm not buying you drinks later, but that's okay. So, I talked about the 4 medications, but what I didn't talk about was when you watch TV at night in the United States. It was actually really kind of scary. You're there at night, right? You're watching TV, it's dark, and you start seeing these ads. Clear your chlamydia, clear your gonorrhea, get rid of your hepatitis, get rid of your sons. And then by the time you're done, you're like, contradictions include, side effects include flatulence, dysentery, and then leaky ass. And you're like, what the fuck? I don't want leaky ass. What are you talking about? Speaking of leaking ass, I go to my doctor recently, this is no joke, and he goes, "You got an anal fissure." I said, a what? He said, what? What are you talking about? He goes, "You have an anal fissure." I said, "What the fuck?" He goes, "No, what kind of toys are you using on that ass to get this kind of a big anal fissure?" I went, "I don't do that. I'm strictly one way, that way. That's it. It's not me, right?" I go, "Oh, geez." So I'm wondering what's going on with this guy. He goes, "Well, let me ask you a question. Do you do any kind of other things?" I said, "No, doc, that's not us. It's my wife and I. We're good." He goes, "I give you this cream." Watch, I got it on me. He gives you this cream. You go away for a couple days, and it's still flaming fire down there. It's like, oh my God, something went off. It's like an atomic bomb at the bottom of your shoe. If you have not had this, do not get this. Eat a lot of fiber. So, what I'm telling you is I go to this appointment. I get back home. The guy gives me the cream. I go to my wife. My wife goes, "Oh, too funny. Pain in ass have pain in ass." I gotta tell you, for my time up here, the one thing I wanted to do is to tell my team and the people here that there is a mission for us. We're trying to change the planet, and I love that. I'm gonna leave you with one funny one, right? I wasn't supposed to, but I'm gonna leave you with one funny one. Honestly, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather do this. Look, I basically I envision myself, and I have this moral thing about my being a funny comedian, so if you don't laugh, it's actually like a hate crime. Thanks, McCurdy's.